Ever wondered what's the difference between nested Segwit, native Segwit or legacy wallet addresses for your Bitcoin? Many hardware wallets offer these choices, but how do you know what is the best one to use? Let's explore. Bitcoin has evolved significantly since its inception, leading to the development of various address types designed to enhance efficiency, privacy, and transaction costs. This evolution reflects the growing needs of users and the increasing complexity of transactions within the Bitcoin network. As Bitcoin continues to gain traction as a digital currency and as a store of value, understanding these address types becomes essential for anyone looking to navigate the ecosystem effectively. You see, each Bitcoin address type serves a specific purpose and it is tailored to different use cases. From the original legacy addresses that have stood the test of time to the latest innovation like Taproot, these formats offer varying levels of efficiency, transaction speed, and privacy features. Users must recognize that while newer address types often provide benefits such as reduced fees and improved scalability, older formats still play a crucial role in the network's infrastructure. So in today's video, we will explore each address type, highlighting their unique characteristics, practical applications, and how they fit into the broader landscape of Bitcoin transactions. The reason why I'm talking about this is that as I'm reviewing hardware wallets all the time, I see that the new models offer support for multiple address formats, which wasn't the case a few years ago. So now that you have all this choice, it's actually becoming a little confusing, right? Should you choose legacy? Should you choose Taproot or Segwit? Can I just send normal Bitcoin, please? I hear you saying. So let's simplify things. So up until 2017, we were using a standard simple address format for Bitcoin, starting with 1 and then followed by 26 to 36 alphanumeric characters. This was the first type of Bitcoin wallet address that was introduced from the start. But in 2017, we had a major change in the Bitcoin protocol that allowed for more transactions to fit on each block. This was through Segwit, short for segregated witness, which is a different way that transaction signatures get recorded almost separately, hence the name segregated witness. Anyway, I'm not going to complicate it, so this gave birth to a new format for Bitcoin addresses, starting with 3 instead of 1. Then in 2021, we had the next significant change in the Bitcoin protocol with the Taproot upgrade, which introduced some more privacy and security features along with non-fungible tokenability, and this fork also required a new format. All of these formats coexist and they're usable currently. And thus, the primary Bitcoin address formats today are legacy, nested Segwit, native Segwit, and Taproot. In very simple words, the differences stem from the various upgrades and changes to the Bitcoin protocol, also known as forks, that have occurred over time. Legacy addresses are mostly used by the older wallets and some OG services that do not support newer address types. I hold several of these addresses simply because I have coins parked in hardware wallets since 2016, so I never moved them. But as time goes by, I am slowly moving away from this format. Then we have nested Segwit addresses, the second format introduced with the Segwit upgrade, and these now serve mainly as transitional solution for those migrating from legacy addresses. They bridge the gap between legacy and Segwit. They offer moderate fees and allow legacy wallets to send funds to Segwit addresses, and it's a format that is widely supported today. But I see it slowly getting replaced by the more compatible and more recent native Segwit. Native Segwit is often recommended for users looking to optimize transaction costs while maintaining broad compatibility. It benefits from lower fees with significantly more enhanced security. For new users, it might be the only type that they're familiar with, so it's quite widespread and commonly used nowadays. And last, we have Taproot type addresses. As I mentioned, Taproot was introduced in late 2021 as part of a major upgrade to enhance privacy and scalability of the Bitcoin network. It supports complex multi-signature transactions that appear as ordinary transactions, improving privacy, and uses the Batch32M encoding scheme for better efficiency. But while Taproot offers advanced new features, its adoption is still growing, and not all of the exchanges or wallets support it yet. So it is not as widely used as the previous two, yet. Alright, so in simple terms, legacy addresses which start with the digit 1 require more data to be stored in each transaction. This is because they include the full transaction signature and other necessary data directly within the transaction. This means transactions from legacy addresses take up more block space, leading to higher fees since Bitcoin transaction fees are calculated based on the amount of space a transaction occupies in the block. Newer address types such as Segwit and Taproot use a different method of handling transaction data. Segwit separates signature data from the transaction details, effectively reducing the size of the data that needs to be included in each block. This separation, and it is just a separation, guys, the signature is not removed, the security is not at risk. It's a different method of fitting the data on a block essentially, and it allows more transactions to fit into a single block, thereby lowering the fees. For example, transactions from Segwit addresses can save over 38% in fees compared to legacy addresses due to their smaller size and more efficient handling of data. And why this matters? Well, understanding these different address types is crucial for optimizing your transaction costs and ensuring compatibility across wallets and exchanges. But there's one more reason, which for me is even more important. If you've been using hardware wallets for a few years already, your Bitcoin might be in a legacy address, and when you need to switch to a new device, a more recent model for instance, you might find your balance showing as zero after importing your seed phrase into a new wallet. This is due to differences in how these wallets derive addresses. Knowing how to access your legacy wallet or utilize newer formats can save you time and frustration. For a start, I would suggest that you get a wallet that supports legacy addresses. Not all of the new wallets do that, so you will do some research beforehand. My ebook here will help you with this. For example, I'm migrating from my old KeepKey wallet, which malfunctioned, and I didn't want to get the same device anymore. It's too outdated, so I first tried to import my seed into my new Elipo Titan Mini. Unfortunately, my coins didn't show up when I did this, so I tried with my OneKey Touch, and that device was able to read the old address and display the coins so I can access them. I also tried this with Exodus, which is a software wallet, not a physical device, and this worked there as well. So you have options, do not panic. In this article on my blog, I also go into some more details about what you can do in this case, so if you need some more tips, find the link in the description below. And now here are the most popular wallets and the addresses that they support currently. So from the hardware wallets, we can see that Ledger, Trezor and OneKey all support all these different types of addresses, cold cards as well. Then Cool Wallet Pro, CQX, Elipal, Bitbox02, SafePal, Kivo, Keystone. These are the wallets that support the three types: legacy, nested Segwit and native Segwit. And then we have Tangem, CypherRock, Decent and KeepKey, who support for the moment legacy and nested Segwit only. However, Tangem is coming up with another brand new device very soon, and I will be doing a review on it, so hopefully with that device we will see native Segwit support and maybe even Taproot as well. So we'll see how it goes. I will keep you updated. From the software wallets, we have Koinomi, the crypto.com DeFi wallet, Garda as well, and Sparrow wallet, all supporting legacy, nested Segwit and native Segwit. None of these are actually supporting Taproot just yet. Then we have Trust Wallet, Atomic, Blue Wallet, Electrum, Exodus, Sengo and Wasabi, who support legacy and nested Segwit. And this is pretty much all you need to migrate from legacy to nested Segwit. As I already gave you an example with Exodus, this was the wallet that I tried to import my KeepKey seed phrase in so that I can access my legacy coins. And if you have any other hardware wallet that is still with legacy wallet addresses and it malfunctions and you need to actually access these coins quickly, you can use something like Electrum or Exodus because they are downloaded onto your computer. I mean, with Exodus you can do it on mobile as well, but I would say it's probably safer on computer these days. Anyways, you can do that, but make sure that you do not expose your seed phrase and make sure that you store your seed phrases securely. And this is important for anyone who is using hardware wallets, because these devices over time, they deteriorate, they malfunction. Sometimes when you're upgrading the firmware, something happens, and this is exactly what happened with my Keep key. Actually, I was upgrading the firmware and it just got stuck at some step of along the process, and now I cannot really move forward, so I cannot use that device. So I needed my seed phrase, and all I had to do is import it into another wallet that supports legacy address, because as I said, if you import it into a wallet that doesn't support it, you can just see your balance on zero, and you can be really worried that your coins disappeared. They haven't disappeared, it's just that this particular device maybe is not reading legacy addresses, therefore it derives the addresses in a different way from the private key and cannot actually access that particular private key. So this is important. You will access it with a different device. It could take, a little bit of a trial and error, but definitely if you do your research upfront, you can find out which could be the right device for you, so that you don't have to be buying a hardware wallet and then finding out that it's not actually compatible or something. If you want this file, it's included in my ebook. It's essentially a PDF with a ton of information about the best wallets, both hot and cold, and short reviews on all the top devices on the market from my personal experience. So you can get the link from the description below. Selecting the right Bitcoin wallet address type is essential for optimizing transaction fees and ensuring compatibility with various platforms. While legacy addresses may still be relevant for older systems, transitioning to nested or native Segwit address is generally advisable for most users, and for those seeking advanced features like enhanced privacy, Taproot is an excellent option, and as adoption increases across services, it will be more widely used. Always verify your wallet's capabilities upfront before you purchase it to make sure that you can use the correct address types. Alright, well, this concludes today's episode. I hope this information is valuable to you guys. If you have any questions, drop comments in the comment section, and also make sure to check out the links in the description, where I drop the links to my free ebook with all the top hardware wallets, and this chart as well, where I'm showing you which wallets are using what types of addresses. And also check out my blog post also in the description below, where I go in more details about what you can do and how I actually was able to recover my old legacy address from my wallet, if this is what you need to know. Also, if you have any suggestions for topics that you want me to cover, drop them in the comments. This is very helpful. It just means that I will be able to create more valuable content for you guys. And while you're here, just pick another one of my videos and I'm gonna see you there.